In health insurance, AI discovery is starting to shape the buyer's first shortlist. The June 2026 benchmark shows a clear pattern. AI systems are concentrating recommendations around a small set of carriers with strong integrated care narratives, stronger public evidence layers, and better positive framing. For executives, the key issue is simple. Mention frequency and recommendation power now measure very different commercial realities. Hey, I'm Mark Huntley, a growth strategist and AI discovery analyst. At LLM Authority Index, we study how AI systems shape commercial discovery, especially in high-intent categories where recommendation positioning can directly influence revenue. The strongest pattern in this health insurance benchmark is the degree of recommendation concentration. Kaiser Permanente leads decisively. It appears in 69.2% of all observations and earns valid recommendation coverage in 52.9% of cases. Its average rank is 1.4, which means that when AI systems include it, they usually place it near the very top. Blue Cross Blue Shield forms the strongest challenger position with 37.1% recommendation coverage and an average rank of 1.9. UnitedHealthcare is the interesting contrast. It is the most mentioned carrier overall with 72.0% presence, but its recommendation coverage is only 28.1%. That gap is the commercial story. AI systems can mention a carrier because it is large, familiar, or commonly referenced. That does not mean the system is willing to recommend it as a strong buyer choice. In this benchmark, UnitedHealthcare, Aetna, Humana, and Cigna all show meaningful presence, but their ability to convert presence into ranked recommendation position varies sharply. Aetna appears in 57.0% of observations, but earns recommendation coverage of only 25.2%. Cigna appears in 37.3% of observations, but earns recommendation coverage of only 11.5%. Humana is visible and often positively framed, yet it does not consistently break into the top recommendation positions. One pattern we repeatedly see at LLM Authority Index is that broad AI visibility can make a brand look stronger than it actually is. The commercial question is whether the brand is advanced when buyers ask AI systems for help deciding. The benchmark separates health insurance prompts into three major buying moments: discovery and evaluation, provider comparisons, and pricing or cost research. That matters because every prompt cluster has a different commercial weight. In broad discovery prompts, buyers are asking which health insurance options deserve consideration. Kaiser Permanente leads with 48.2% recommendation coverage and a 37.1% rank 1 rate. In provider comparison prompts, buyers are actively weighing carriers against each other. Kaiser Permanente's recommendation coverage rises to 58.0% with a 44.4% rank 1 rate. In pricing and cost research, the decision stage cluster with the highest commercial multiplier, Kaiser Permanente still leads with 51.4% recommendation coverage and a 40.6% rank 1 rate. That is where recommendation compression becomes commercially serious. The same carrier is repeatedly being placed first across the moments closest to buyer choice. The report points to evidence architecture as the core driver of recommendation power. AI platforms are drawing from official brand content, independent comparison articles, consumer review platforms, regulatory and trust signals, and community discussions. Carriers with depth across those layers appear to earn stronger recommendation eligibility. Kaiser Permanente benefits from a dense citation architecture across review sites, healthcare forums, and official plan documentation. Blue Cross Blue Shield benefits from a federation structure that creates local and national content across multiple source layers. UnitedHealthcare's pattern suggests a different issue. Its public evidence seems strong enough to generate mentions, but weaker at producing positive shortlist framing. This is why AI discovery strategy cannot be reduced to publishing more content. The public evidence layer has to support trust, comparison, and recommendation. The most striking warning sign in the benchmark is Elevance Anthem. Despite being one of the largest health insurers in the United States by membership, it appears in only 1.9% of AI observations and earns essentially zero recommendation coverage. It has zero top 3 placements across all platforms and clusters tested. Ambetter Centene also registers minimal AI presence with 2.2% observation presence and 0.3% recommendation coverage. For leadership teams, this is the risk. A large company can have market scale, brand awareness, and operational reach while still being almost absent from AI-generated buyer shortlists. If AI systems become the first research step, absence at that layer becomes a real market exposure. The leadership takeaway is that health insurance discovery is moving from open-ended search behavior into compressed AI shortlists. The winners are the carriers that AI systems can confidently cite, compare, frame positively, and recommend in decision stage prompts. The exposed brands are not always small. Some are highly visible in the market, but weak in the public evidence layer that AI systems use to form recommendations. For CMOs, growth leaders, and executive teams, the priority is to monitor recommendation position by prompt cluster, platform, and source layer. Share of voice alone will miss the buying moments that matter. If you want to understand how AI is actually positioning your company in buyer conversations, that's exactly what we analyze at LLM Authority Index.